Again, because this is the worst fucking year I've ever been in. Worst.
Can't even see your face.
You don't need to see my face. You just need to hear my fucking words.
Sure. It's been a minute. How you been?
I guess I've been alright. Just been at work and just watching Game of Thrones. Other than that, nothing really.
I'm so excited that you're finally getting on the Game of Thrones. I really am. I truly am. Because Game of Thrones, other than the final season, is one of the best TV shows on television that I've ever watched.
I won't personally say that, but I can understand why individuals will think that. It's not the best TV show, I think.
Well, you're also still really early in the TV show. Like, you've seen wild stuff already go on, but you haven't seen the wild stuff that's getting ready to, like, come your way.
There's been a couple like, when I first watched Breaking Bad, like, that first season, I was like, that first season, I knew this was going to be the greatest show I've ever watched. This, I just like it because there's a lot of blood and gore in there. And people just get murdered left and right. That's really why I'm in for the long haul. Like,
there's so much murder in Game of Thrones, man. So much.
Storylines are there's too many. I understand it, and I can link them all together, and I understand who's in cahoots with who.
They all run together. By the sounds of it, you're already getting under track.
There's just too much going on, and then people are just getting murdered left and right. It's ridiculous.
You're getting there, and I can't wait to get your reaction to later on in different seasons and see how everything plays out.
Well, remember, I saw season 8. I was forced to watch season 8 because I wanted to finish watching that season of Ballers. So,
I believe that was season 7.
7?
Because I don't think I watched any of season 8 with you. You picked a great TV show to end 2020 with. So, welcome to the podcast, guys. Welcome back. We got this back up. We're working on some of our lighting issues to try and fix the glare. We're trying to get better, all around. We're excited for the new year. We're excited to be wrapping up 2020 here. This atrocious year had a lot of ups, had a lot of downs.
I had more downs than ups. This shit was ridiculous.
I like to think that I made 2020 exactly what it was meant to be. Getting stuff done.
Oh, this year was not meant to be like this.
Well, you're right. I got it done. I got it done anyways, right?
I mean, you got to keep going, but this is not how I meant for this year to turn out.
No.
Even before the pandemic. Before
any of this hit, right? I was expecting to graduate. I was expecting myself to get a nice internship or a better job, and life took me a different path. We ended up getting quarantined for 3 months. That's where the original birth of our podcast took place. That's where we started to get going back in March and April. We've come a long way this year, man.
Yeah, but man, I tell you, there's been so many just headaches, heartbreaks, tears. I honestly, this year, I don't think I've ever cried so much in a year more than this year. I honestly don't.
Yeah, but
I really don't.
Your year also had. You're not wrong by saying you had some downs. You lost a couple family members throughout the year.
We lost
a whole bunch of celebrities throughout the year that were close to. Well, I know they were close to your heart because that.
Well, I mean, a couple of them, yeah, but the celebrity. I hate to say this, but the celebrities. My aunt was kind of giving me this kind of spiel when Kobe died. She was like, we watch these people and they come into our lives. But I mean,
we don't really know them.
We don't know them, and just because they died,
have an impact on us.
Yes, and just because they died doesn't mean that stoplight down the street is just gonna stop, or that the stock market is literally just gonna fucking crash just because that individual passed away.
I mean, yeah, obviously we gotta keep going. Someone dies every single day, but that doesn't stop us from getting better every single day, right?
No, it doesn't.
And I think that's been probably the biggest thing that I've learned in 2020 so far. Like, if I could look back onto this year and reflect, I have it written down right here. You got to make the most out of each day. If you're not making the most out of each day, what are you really doing?
Well, I mean, I was doing that before. Like, I honestly feel...
Like, that's how I've lived my life for a long time, but it really started to click this year.
Well, my aunt was always telling me as well, just do things, because you never know what the hell will happen, like a fucking pandemic. Like, you don't know what'll happen, man. You just gotta keep, like, if you got an opportunity to go, I don't know, go around the corner to a block party, you go ahead and do it. If you
experience new things, like
if you had a chance to go to drive to Chicago to go to a wrestling event, hell, just go ahead and do it. You know,
you definitely did.
I did it, man.
You did, but
so I've been living my life, but I mean, this year's really more of anything. It's just made me appreciate the things that I've done previously and what I'm currently doing and what I have now. That's really all this year gave to me, honestly, and basically just to do whatever the fuck you want to. At the end of the day, because it really doesn't matter what the individual right next door to you, or well, obviously you care about what your boss says, right? Or like you don't want to do nothing to get you fucking fired.
Yeah, don't do anything out of the line
stupid. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's your life. You gotta live. You gotta do, as Devin the Dude says, do what the fuck you want to do. Say what the fuck you want to say.
I think that's a great quote. What I have down here that I wrote a little bit earlier, on top of what, making the most out of each day, is don't let the mood of someone else affect your decision to make that day a good day.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's bad people in this world who want to spew hatred and see misery in this world, right?
Misery
loves company. Don't let those people affect
what
your...
What do I call them? La miserable. You a la miserable ass motherfucker. No, you stay over there.
Man. But, learning that really helps. And one thing that we did have a lot of time this year to do being on quarantine was entertain ourselves in other ways in the house, right? Whether that be with movies, whether that be with TV shows, because we really sat down and...
Or some video games.
Some video games too. Like, we got really heavy into that stuff. There was a few things that I finally came around to actually watching.
Well,
for instance, like Breaking Bad.
We were already heavy into these things. It was just... we have a queue of things that we have to do,
and just this plop of time was given to us, and I finally got into a lot of these things that I was wanting to get around to, but now I finally like Breaking Bad.
That was
right.
Honestly, I've watched it about. It's been a solid 3 and 4. I kind of just just keep it on in the background. So I'd say I watch it 4 times. At that 4th time, it was just playing in the background. I still know what the hell was happening.
I mean, obviously, you've seen it so many times, and I now understand why people refer to Breaking Bad as one of the best TV shows that was ever on television.
Yes, yes.
Hands down, I understand every aspect from start to finish.
Yes.
That TV show, and even the movie that, does El Camino, that does Jesse Pinkman's life after, it's all phenomenal.
And that kind of tied everything together, too.
Yeah, the complete arc of the story just blew my mind.
And it would go...
I love it. It just built and built and built and built
Walt,
and built.
Get out! Walt, get out! Walt, get out! Alright, fucking Walt, you can't get out no more.
Sometimes you just go too deep in, man. Yeah.
I knew once he stood there and he saw all of that money, I knew he was never going to get out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
built that a couple times. I knew the first time he did, he was like, damn.
That's a lot of money. When you were a teacher,
Right.
Yeah.
He was a teacher. He had cancer. He was going through it.
He was going through it. Beat the cancer, still went at it. Cancer came back, didn't matter, still went at it.
Fucking Heisenberg is forever.
Just one of the best storytelling TV shows I've ever seen. So for 2020, honestly, that has to be my top show that I watched that I was just missing out on.
Yeah, you missed out on that.
No, I got a couple other TV shows on here / documentaries that kind of I enjoyed this year in 2020. Or don't worry, I wrote this one down just for you.
Since you brought that up,
I brought it just for you. Yes, I still have not seen it. Okay, before you even ask me the question, I haven't seen it, and that would be the one, the only
Joe Exotic, the Tiger King.
The Tiger King. Carol Baskins did in fact whack her husband.
Yeah, she killed her husband. Dog, I'm telling you, I still think you should go back and watch it just because of how outrageous it is.
I can't. Like, I just don't have any interest to jump on the wagon to go.
It's not a wagon anymore. See, it's the thing. It's like a broke down saddle that's still trying to get to Chicago. See, you can still watch it.
I can't.
Dude, I'm telling you.
I just don't want to, okay? Is that better for you?
I
just have no interest
I've already accepted the fact that you haven't wanted to.
I have no interest in watching this.
I remember when it first came out, and I had completely forgot about it until you just said documentaries.
The other documentary I wanted to touch on was an Epstein documentary. I finally, got a chance to watch that.
Oh, I never watched the last episode.
Oh, come on.
But it was...
Hollywood...
Corrupt everyone
as hell. All the big people in the world who have all the money, corrupt everyone. As hell.
Who all did you see in those pictures? Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, Chris Rock.
My bad, not Chris Tucker.
Was it Chris Tucker?
It was Chris. I want to say it was Chris.
Hell, it was probably both of them.
I don't want to dash anybody's name if we're getting it wrong there.
Fuck that. But everyone in Hollywood is scandalous as fuck.
They all have something going for them.
And in politics too, because Epstein was literally everywhere. Literally everywhere.
And he didn't even for real do anything.
Remember the was it the Emmys or the Golden Globes that it's the British dude. Where Tom Hanks was making that face like...
Oh, you're talking... Oh, what is his name?
Ricky Gervais.
There you go.
Yes,
Ricky Gervais. So he had...
Ricky Gervais, and
I couldn't tell you which one of the award show it actually was because I don't watch that stuff. But he literally laid into Hollywood, and that was the most truth.
Mic drop.
That was truth. 100%, hands down. Every last bit.
That was probably one of the better things that happen at those at those award ceremonies. Like you said, who watches them? Unless you really don't have anything to do, like on a Saturday night or Friday night, whenever it is, no one's really watching it. Or maybe I'm not even gonna just give a description of the individuals who watch it. I don't want to alienate nobody.
Yeah, we're not alienating. We accept everybody. We're not alienating.
Watch the podcast, but just know if you sit there and watch a whole award show.
If you watch a movie award show, the Emmys, any of that is...
I'll even say music too.
Some of those music shows, they at least try to provide entertainment for you. This one... Not really.
The last one that I saw was the BET Awards, and it wasn't good.
I think the last one I watched was the ESPYs when John Cena was the host. I mean, he was clowning that time. He had some good stuff.
That night, he was literally roasting everybody.
He was roasting everybody, and it was hilarious. Let's jump back into some TV shows some more. So, I had my top 3 that I watched, and then I had 2 that were just, honorable mention, and Breaking Bad was number 1. Number 2 is easily The Boys.
Yes.
The Boys was a television show.
Well, you just found out about The Boys.
Yeah, so I just was able to finish it, probably a month ago?
Yeah, it's been about a month.
So, The Boys is... If you have Amazon Prime, go watch The Boys and do yourself a service. Because not only is it spitting truth about reality in general, and it just... points to a lot of things in this world that are messed up that we kind of overlook in everyday society.
Kind of what I got from it is the don't meet your heroes thing as well from it. That's probably the main thing that I got because it kind of seems like we hold some individuals to a very, very high standard, right? We just hold them to the highest of standards, but they could be a real piece of shit. like a complete piece of shit.
We see that with almost every superhero in this show.
Every single one of them.
You got your good apples. You got good apples.
There's only one good apple,
and that's Starlight.
and even still, she's not
her moments.
completely absolved of her fucking
she's not.
sins. No.
But man, dude, that show was absolutely insane.
That was a good
Thank
show.
you for showing me. Thank you for getting me on it.
Man, I kept
Thank
telling you.
Anna, for letting us use your Prime so we could watch this.
Shit, Anna, I love you, but I would have watched it anyway. I would have watched it regardless.
Oh, yeah. I'm so glad that I watched that. Hands down.
That
was awesome.
Really good.
I can't wait for season 3 coming forward later on. I can't wait. I'm excited. I don't know when it's dropping.
You know what I just thought of? I just thought of another show. Have you seen Ozark?
So I'm still behind on Ozark.
Ozark is another good
I know.
one to watch.
I watched like 3 episodes of it, and then I just never went back to it because I jumped into other things.
It does take a little bit to get into.
Like I jumped into Community, and Community is a great television show.
See,
does it fiddle out towards the end? Yeah. Did I still enjoy it?
Now that's what I was telling you before.
Did I still enjoy it? Yes.
We were both watching Community at a certain point.
And then you just stopped.
It just stopped.
You stopped at what? Season 6, the last season?
No, it wasn't the last season. I think I stopped at like season 5.
Close enough.
No, like beginning of 5. If it wasn't like the end of 4, beginning of 5, like it was in that area somewhere. It stopped being funny to me, man. Like at first I was laughing so hard the whole like first couple of seasons, and then I don't know, it just kind of felt like Donald Glover was really only the funnier individual there.
See, I laughed at everybody. I thought the whole cast was great. I just really enjoyed the show.
The old man.
Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase was hilarious too.
Those are all racist jokes. Every last one of them.
I think that was just funny because those were like very...
If you want a drinking game, watch Community and take a shot every time he says something racist. Oh, you will be obliterated by the end of one episode.
Well, it depends on what episode.
Okay. Two episodes.
Give them 2 episodes.
We'll give them 2.
They'll be fucking stumbling over you. I know they will.
They will be dead in the streets. But the other 2 shows that I really wanted to just highlight and give shout outs this year, obviously The Mandalorian. We finally finished that one.
They got
wild. Crazy turns. Luke Skywalker's back. That's who Grogu actually reached out to on the Seeing Stone.
I still think it's over. Like
I've been listening to other people and doing stuff.
What they've been saying?
They're excited and believe that there will be more, and that they concluded. You know how the original goal of The Mandalorian was just to get Grogu back to someone of his own kind. It frees them up. You still have other storylines that you can jump into. You still have other characters that you can build a storyline around, and you can still bring Grogu back. Now you're not someone who's in Star Wars, so the big thing was like, is Grogu gonna die later on? And I'm not gonna ruin it for you unless you don't care.
I don't care.
Okay. So in the
my homeboy dies?
No, possibly, but from everyone that I've been listening to, they say no, right? So
I don't see why he would.
Kylo Ren, when he comes to fruition and you learn about his coming of age and how he became Kylo Ren when Luke Skywalker is telling the story in episode 7, I forget the actual name because I hate the last 3 because it's all stupid, but he decided to take on...
Yeah, is that how you feel?
Yeah, truly. He took on a bunch of students, right, and they decided to train Kylo Ren because that was his sister's son.
Yeah.
But he told Rey that when he stopped becoming a Jedi Master because Ben turned to the dark side and slaughtered all of his students that were at the camp with him. And that's why I was originally so shook when Grogu came and got, saved by Luke, because I personally believed that meant that he died when Ben came up and, slaughtered all those people.
Oh,
But
you thought
apparently-
he got slaughtered?
Yeah, I thought he was a part of the group that got
Didn't you
slaughtered.
say Obi-Wan was alive as well? Or he could have been alive? Or was he slaughtered as well?
His death... No, he's dead. He's definitely dead.
Because that's what you said at first.
I meant Luke Skywalker. That's what I really meant when we were talking.
That's why I was confused. 'Cause I don't, like you said, I don't know that much, but I thought Homeboy was dead. Like, I thought he was dead.
There, to a degree, he dies when Darth Vader... Well, you haven't even seen that movie. Jeez, man, I gotta get you up to date on these OG Star Wars movies. This is my personal,
I don't know
vendetta against myself because
Look, man.
I'm letting you down, I'm letting me down, I'm letting the people down.
Look, I've watched like highlights of Darth Vader killing people. That has soothed my soul.
It's just not the same. It's not the
Seen
same.
him just be like, get out of here.
Not the same at all. So my 5th TV show that I just wanted to touch on, say that I really enjoyed it. I don't want to dive too in depth into this, but Dead to Me. If you guys have Netflix,
What the hell is dead to me? Someone dead to you?
No, so Dead to Me, it stars. I don't remember the name of the
dead
two
to you?
women,
Do you
right?
need to have a talk?
But basically, it's two ladies. One accidentally kills the
doing?
other's husband, and then it's just a whole bunch of stuff. They
It's
end
like
up
a
becoming
mystery?
they end up becoming best friends, and then they end up killing somebody else, and then
Oh.
it turns into look. It's a great show.
Is that the show with is Bobby De Niro in there? Not Bobby De Niro.
I don't believe so. This is
But I've seen the highlights of that.
I don't know why I can't think of the women's name who star in this show, but
I know exactly what you're talking
if
about.
if you got 10 hours to go run through the two seasons, I'd do it.
Look, man, I'm watching Game of Thrones. I'd rather watch.
Yeah, don't put us Game of Thrones on that one.
I'd rather
No.
watch the death and destruction that's going on over here rather than watching that.
Yeah, don't waste your time giving up Game of Thrones to watch Dead to Me. Game of Thrones is obviously better, but this is just a solid TV show. I wanted to give it its props. Season 2 came out this year. It's one of the actual good things that came of 2020. Because the movie industry didn't produce jack shit this year.
Yeah,
Now they had to shut down production.
No, I was thinking about this even earlier. I don't think I've seen a new movie that was released this year. I don't think I've seen it.
Okay,
Or
yes
if
you
I
have. Yes
seen
you
it,
have.
it's
We went and saw Bad Boys. Back in February. I fell
Okay.
asleep in the movie because
Yeah,
it's not it was not that good.
I mean, it was okay.
I mean, this movie this year had so many bad movies. I mean, think about it. The big movies that came out were Milan. Harley Quinn's movie came out this year.
That shit
Sonic
was
the
bad.
Hedgehog came out this year.
That was kind of funny.
Tenet
That is
came
long.
out this year. I haven't seen it. I've
Oh?
heard mixed reviews. Tenet?
Is that a horror movie?
No. It's,
I don't want to watch it then.
Yeah, man, it's got one of your
Is it a-
homeboys in it.
Is it a thriller?
Yeah, it's supposed to be a thriller. It's a Christopher Nolan movie.
I may watch it now.
It came out
you
earlier
just-
this year. And then
you
you got
just
Wonder
threw-
Woman, right?
You just threw a name out.
I saw Wonder Woman 1984. It's average, okay? I gave it a 6.8 out of 10, guys. It's average.
I told him I'm probably not gonna watch it.
And I'm not gonna hate on you for not watching it. Anna told me it was average. One of my coworkers told me it was average today, so I'm.
Yo, Ricky from Ballers is in here, and Robert Pattinson is in here.
What are you looking at? Tenet?
Tenet.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Oh,
there's
I
people
gotta
in
watch.
it.
Oh, I gotta watch that. movie.
I've got mixed reviews, right? My dad and my family told me it was kind of sus. The people I work with told me that it was all right.
I don't listen to your family when I talk about movie reviews. I ain't gonna lie to you. I listen to them. I'll get their opinion on it, but as far as taking my judgment from them, I wouldn't.
I think you're. When it comes from my dad.
Okay, your father.
That's who I'm taking it from. My dad and his
Okay, I
girl.
thought you were asking the kids.
No. I mean, I asked Delaney, but I don't take their.
Okay,
They're 13 and 15 years old. I'm not gonna go in and listen to these little kids.
When you say your
Come on.
family,
My bad.
I'm automatically thinking about the kids.
No,
I don't always
I'm
think about your
talking
dad.
the people who actually can
actually, your
give
dad,
you a
your
good
dad
movie
was
review.
kind of
Yeah, my dad said it was
reviews on?
bad. My dad said it was
said it
real
was
bad.
bad?
Yeah, he hated it. My dad did not enjoy that movie.
Okay, see, now that kind of... I would still watch it anyway just because Robert Pattinson is in that movie. I don't think he's a horrible actor, but...
You know, I can't think of him of anything other than Twilight.
You watch those?
No, I've not watched the Twilight movies.
Oh.
Don't put that on me. Don't put that on me. No, sir.
You brought it up. I didn't even... I knew he was in there, but I forgot about it until you just said something a minute ago. I wouldn't have thought about it.
That's literally the only thing that I can put him in. Except he's about to be the new Batman.
That's what I was thinking.
And I'm not excited about that one bit.
I'm not either, but I'm interested to see how he's gonna play. I mean, fuck it.
I watched the preview and I was
why
not. I don't see him as Batman.
Yeah, because you see him as a dude from Twilight.
Probably that. Probably.
Batman's a vampire now.
Probably. There's only.
Isn't that what that movie was about? Vampires.
Yeah, vampires and werewolves.
What? They were fighting. Fuck that. I'd rather talk about something else.
I know you can get into this. We're getting in towards the end of this episode, so I really just wanted to. My 2020, I found a love for anime that I previously didn't have. I was always really against anime, and I want to give a shout out to my friend Adam, who I've known for my entire life.
I can't believe that you just hauled off and just said that you was against it. I didn't know that you was against it. What the fuck?
I wasn't against it, but I wasn't for it, right? The only anime that I really watched was like Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon.
That's anime.
That's
like a lower tier of anime, but that's still like
simple anime. But I didn't.
What do you think it was? Cartoons?
No, but I didn't get into stuff like the 7 Deadly Sins. I didn't get into Akame Got Killed. I didn't get into like Dragon Ball Z.
Like there's Bleach. You still haven't even touched Naruto. I know you haven't.
Like Naruto, that's not really on my list. I won't lie to you. I'm not that interested in going back and watching Naruto.
What? Do you know how many people want to choke you right now? The original Naruto? I'm not talking about Shippuden. Shippuden is it's okay.
Yeah, I'm really
There's a guy.
I'm not that interested.
See,
I've never been interested in Naruto. Like, I'm not interested in One Piece. I think the next one I'm going to go watch is Attack on Titan.
One Piece is... How are you going to watch Attack on Titan, but you don't want to watch Naruto?
I don't have.
What kind of sense does that make?
I have no answer.
Okay, so if you're not watching that, I know you're not watching Yu Yu Hakusho. I know you're not watching Bleach. I know you're not.
I've seen those things pop up in the different streaming platforms. I've just never clicked on them and watched them.
I just named off.
I'm easing myself into it. Okay, you gotta.
You're just watching Dragon Ball.
Hold on, what do you mean? I watched the 7 Deadly Sins. I watched Akame Got Killed. There's another set of things I can't
You're
forget.
watching like the newer ones. You're not even watching the OGs right now.
I get it, but you gotta let me dip my toes in.
You
gotta let me dip my toes in.
Man, building a house, you gotta build a foundation.
I have been building a foundation.
Dragon Ball and 7 Deadly Sins?
And then
compared to the 3 animes.
Just because I don't want to watch those animes and I have my own style of anime that I prefer.
But see, that's the thing. Like, those shows are meant to bring people into watching anime and understanding there are other things, like other anime that you like, different types of anime is what I'm saying.
I've been shown different types of anime from you, from Adam, from other people who enjoy anime. I've been given like recommendations. I'm just sticking to the stuff that I know I enjoy, and that because I don't.
If I sit you down and watch 10 episodes of Naruto with you, I guarantee you'll want to finish it.
Alright, I will sit down and watch 10 episodes of Naruto with you at some point in time. Alright, I got you. Sometime in the month of January, we'll watch 10. Stay tuned to see if I actually, fall in love with Naruto.
I'm not saying that you'll fall in love, but you'll at least be invested. You're not going to be like, oh, Naruto. Oh. You just scoffed at him.
I mean, he's a cool character. You
don't even know! How you know he's cool?
I've seen enough videos and I understand the concept.
You haven't seen the struggle. You haven't seen the grind to even attempt to be Hokage. You don't know the struggle, man. You can't talk about the struggle if you don't know the struggle. Why can't?
Okay.
The camera industry is a scam as well.
Yeah, just
Yes.
all technology is a scam.
Everything is a fucking scam.
All
That's also what
technology
I've
is a
been.
scam.
That's also what I've realized this 2020 as well. Everything is a scam. That's probably. I don't want that to be the thing that I leave off on, but
I'll run with it. There's
there's a lot of scam. Tech Nine said, "Why are we closing down hospitals but not the Golden Arches during this pandemic?"
Here's my thing, right? I agree with that completely. And we're closing down things, which in the beginning I was all for because we didn't have enough information. Now
We got some information, and
right, here's
none
my
of
thing.
it makes all contradicting to each other.
I work in a mall. I see hundreds of people in my store each day. I see thousands of people walk throughout, right?
Yes.
But you can't go to a small business. You can't go somewhere
unless
else.
it's like takeout.
Yeah, you can't go to a restaurant.
There's got to be 5 people in the place in the vicinity.
And-
But at a mall,
In a mall, I can have a whole bunch of people. Now the problem comes down to wearing the mask and how do you regulate it? How do you enforce it? And that's why our country is where it is right now. Like I've been having this discussion with my uncle because he posted up some stats and stuff like that, and I put it out there. I was like, look, this is.
have you seen some of them places?
We as a country, right?
Have you seen some of them other countries?
Yeah, that they're doing.
They will beat the fuck out of you and tell you to get back in your house.
They're doing much better than we are at containing because they are forcing people inside. I'm not,
Get
hold
your
on,
ass in there.
look, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying as a society, right? This is how I want to end this because 2020 as a society has been just.
Everybody.
It's been divided.
Everybody done lost.
Everything is divided.
Everybody done lost their fucking mind. They done lost family
Yeah.
members. They just don't know what to do.
Let's look past COVID. Let's look past the virus. Just in general, everybody is in division.
Everybody's mindset, I think, is just like, I don't want to be in the house. I don't want to be in the house.
Yeah, I feel like everyone's got a very selfish mindset right now, and they're not thinking of others.
Of the general public.
They're not thinking of others. They're not thinking of of doing my part to make the world a better place, to try and end this pandemic, to
All
try
you gotta
and
do, bro, look, you could just do this. Is it FDA recommended? No,
No.
but still doing this is better than just walking around just huffing out of here.
we don't care about our healthcare workers. We don't care about people. I feel like everyone's rude now.
Everybody's rude as
Let's,
hell.
let's make 2021 a better year.
I
Everyone,
don't think it is.
Look,
Honestly.
let's just. This is my ask of people. Can we just be nice to one another?
See, that's another thing.
Can we be respectful of one another, even if we don't see eye to eye? Like me and you, we don't see eye to eye on many of things, right?
But we respect
still
each other.
respect each other.
But that's the thing. You can't expect that. You can't expect that same respect from me out of like anybody else. Like, I'm not saying like your friends, right, or your family, but I'm saying just like people that you come into contact with, just like on the
I
outside.
know, but wouldn't it be more reasonable to respect a stranger than to respect someone that you fully know?
Remember, I was telling you this in the beginning of the year, and you said something to me, and I keep telling myself this, and it's a real fucked up thing. You're asking for too much.
I probably am.
You're asking for too much.
I probably am.
Because remember, I was asking all the same things, even about before the vaccine and like all the questions about COVID. I'm like, what this? You're asking for too much. I mean, unfortunately.
What is a reasonable thing to ask for then if if respect of another person is too much to ask for it, then we have so many things
This society's been
wrong
fucked up for
in
a long
society.
time. I saw a video of a police officer beating a dude in a wheelchair just because he wouldn't move.
I watched many of videos where people just can't respect each other, and then next thing you know, you're viral on the internet.
Right, because you get smacked in the head with a
Twisted T.
Right, with a twisted T, man. And
shoot, you got those ladies in Walmart out there ghetto curb stomping and knocking people out, letting people go. The list goes on and on, people. Can we just be respectable human beings? Can we be nice to one another? Can we make 2021 a better year than 2020?
I've been saying this for the last part of the year.
Just show some basic human respect.
Look, I've been saying this for the last part of the year. I can only let my movie play out. I'm the director of my own movie. I'm the writer of my own movie. I can only let my movie play out. If someone's going to be rude or disrespectful, may peace be among you, beloved, and I got to keep it stepping. At this point, I literally have no, if everyone else is being a dick, I'm not going to just let that negative energy just, like, because it's the negative energies of other individuals. See, this is what I was telling you, too. Like, I don't even want to be on social media as much. Like, I'm kind of on there. Like, I go out of my way to, like, find funny shit on there. But it's just, like, there's just too much negativity and everything else on there.
I know a lot of people who got off social media just for negativity, man.
Yeah.
I understand. This would have been the year to do it, but...
Everybody was on social media like a motherfucker.
Speaking of social media, make sure you follow us at There's Layers to It. All those links will be found in the description below.
Uh-oh.
Hey, don't lose the watch now. That's important.
I don't want to break my watch.
All those links, like I said, all those links will be in the description below. That's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and then we are also, on Apple Podcasts. We are on Google Podcasts. We are on Spotify.
Me on Snapchat.
Make sure.
Don't add me on Snapchat.
No, make sure you review, comment, like, subscribe, join the Layers, because 2021 is going to be a great year for us. We're going to have a full year. We're going to try. We might not be having 2 episodes every single week because there will be weeks, especially in the holiday seasons, where we won't do that. We're going to try and limit down our schedule.
Technology, man. I fucking hate it.
Oh, the light died. Oh, that's okay. We're wrapping up anyways. Thanks for joining the Layers today, everybody. We'll catch you next time. Happy New Year.
Goodbye, 2020.
Goodbye, 2020.
I hate you.